Hello everyone, welcome to the stream. I hope you're all doing okay today and that you're ready for some more reincarnation. First things first, how does everything look and sound for you guys? I have a new screen and I have had to redo a lot of my settings because yeah, for some reason my laptop and screen didn't want to work together and just have the settings that I normally have, so I hope that I sound and look okay. Yeah. So there's that, and also a quick reminder that I do have a poll up right now on the community tab about which Final Fantasy game we are playing after Crisis Core, so that's also something I want you to look at if you haven't already. Right now it's 100% votes for Final Fantasy VIII, which probably is the logical choice considering I have been playing Final Fantasy VII and Crisis Core, so it is the next one in the line, but yeah. Am I a bit bright? That I don't know anything about. I mean, it shouldn't affect my brightness, question mark? I don't know. That's weird. If it on my screen I don't look any brighter than normal, but I don't know. But as long as your eyes don't hurt from looking at me, it can be something I can look up after the stream. As long as I sound good, that's something. And I try to look a bit on my screen here to see how I look, and at least I look normal to me. So we'll have to look into that later. Yeah. Technology, guys. Technology. It's fun. Oh my goodness. Why did I decide to become a streamer? Like, I'm the least tech-savvy person that you could ever know. Like, my mom and my grandmother tend to ask me about tech stuff sometimes and be just like, oh, but you're young. Can't you? You should know about this, right? Like, no, I don't. I'm old. My soul is very old. Lollies on my vampire should glow. Oh no, don't say that. I don't want to be a Maya vampire. I want to be a cool vampire. But yeah, we'll have to look into that later and see if there's something I can do about that, if it is something. I mean, I don't see it really. I did see it when I was having my model up on the new screen, that it looked brighter, but I mean, that should be just the settings for the screen, right? And not what is put up on the stream. I don't know. We'll have to figure this out afterwards. But yeah, reincarnation today. And last time was quite an episode. It got me very emotional, and I even got chills from it because it was so good. Basically what happened was that both Morgana and Jacopo remembered what had happened in the past, and well, Morgana just ran out, obviously, because I mean, she wouldn't want to stay with him after that. And then her not very nice stepfather came to drag her home, and well, Jacopo got defensive, which I appreciated a lot. I know that doesn't fix anything in what he has done, and I still stand by a bit what I said before starting reincarnation, that I'm not sure if he deserves to be with her after what happened, but at the same time, I think they are kind of good for each other, in a weird way. They bring out the best of each other, if that makes sense. I still don't want it to be romantic because it's creepy, but I mean, it is what it is. At least Jacopo is a decent enough guy to not make any moves unless she would want to, and unless she is older, because he realized that it's wrong. So yeah. I check, can help after. Okay, good. Thank you, Day. That's perfect. So it actually is a thing that can happen then, that I look brighter because of a new screen. Wow, technology. Yeah. But that's where we are right now, and we left off with Morgana. I'm having Morgana's face right in front of me right now, looking sad. So I'm guessing she's either like home or on the way home with her stepfather. And yeah, that's kind of where we left off. A cursed relationship? Yeah, definitely cursed. That's a good word for it, because I mean, it's been cursed, not only in like the sense of it being icky, but because like the first time the whole series of events that led into the house in Fata Morgana happened, and then we did have an actual curse. So yeah, with OBS you can reduce brightness. Okay, that's good. We will. You will have to be tech support then after this. But yeah. Hi Dodo, welcome. Well, I don't know if it's just you day. For me it looks normal, but I mean, like I said, I did see it on my new screen, so I don't know. We will look into it afterwards. As long as it doesn't hurt your eyes, it's fine. But yeah, I am eager to start the game, and also I did do a little sneak peek. Like, I haven't spoiled myself or anything, but I did look at another YouTuber that has done a playthrough of this game, just to kind of see how many episodes I could count on us having left. And from that quick sneak peek, I think we have maybe like 2, max 3 episodes left of Reincarnation, and then we have the short stories, which I'm guessing will be either like 1 or 2. I'm not sure how long they are, but I do know that there are quite many, so might have to split that up in 2, especially since we are getting into November, and I am planning on doing like writing stream every Sunday during November, so we won't have any Sundays for games. But yeah. And also, speaking of that, I did learn recently that NaNoWriMo apparently is in a blowy weather, so to speak. They're in a bit of controversy, but I wasn't planning on like using their webpage or anything. I just kind of wanted to use the event like to write. We can call it something else if we want to, like first draft challenge or whatever. So yeah, I'm in no way tied or connected to NaNoWriMo, and I don't want to be after knowing the whole controversy thing either. So yeah, just wanted to address that real quick. But yeah, as I said, there will be no gaming Sundays in November, so we will have to make do with the Mondays for Fata Morgana, and then we have limited time, so we will see. But yeah, it will take however much time it will have to take. I am in no rush whatsoever, so I am enjoying myself quite a lot. Gets blind status. No. I noticed the background being a bit more twinkling. Huh. I wonder if you guys are imagining things. I think this looked the same as always. Do you have a fever day? Oh god. You can barely see her blush. Do I have a blush though? I should know this, but oh my god. We will have to do some detective work. It is clear. If it is me, or if it's you guys, or if it's something else, we will have to find out. Now that you pointed out, guys. It's a good thing that I'm going to be small and you can barely see me anyway. I have been crazy all day. Okay, yeah. Well, I'm not saying that you guys are crazy. Like, I don't know. And personally, I don't even remember if I do have a blush or not, which I should remember because, I mean, it is my model. But yeah, I haven't been looking at her like that closely lately, so I'm blaming that. Anyway, moving on. Let's play a game, shall we? Or read a story, rather. I'm gonna make sure I have some sound. I hope it is good for you guys, but it should be. It's very quiet. Is it? Okay, there it was. There it was. Perfect. Beautiful, sad piano music. The perfect mood setter. I think the bitrate might be a bit lower. The fog effect is slightly more pixelated. Brightness is the exact same as the 2-week-old stream I'm comparing to. Okay, the bitrate. But that shouldn't be changed with a new screen, should it? Or is it just OBS that has decided to like undo all my settings? Because I mean it does that sometimes, so I think I am crazy compared to old short. Oh my god, guys. I shouldn't have said anything. Oh my goodness. Let's move on with the game, shall we? The inside of his car reeked of cigarette smoke. Every breath I took felt like it would make me gag. Jacopo smoked too, but the smell at his apartment wasn't nearly so repulsive. My father, stepfather, pushed me into the back seat, then drove off grumbling into the night. And I realized then how different grumbling out of spite and grumbling out of love could sound, even if the words were unchanged. That is very true. Like the feeling behind words, or the emotions behind words rather, are very important. From time to time I glanced out the window to see Paris zooming by as the car barreled down the road. I suspected I would never see this place again, never visit his house again. The light I had found over these past 2 weeks was dimming before my eyes. And once we were home and the light faded completely, I would be a bird in a cage, alive, but not living. In the blink of an eye, it's all gone again. But I guess that's just how it works. Our farewell back then was sudden as well. Wait, what am I thinking? I'm glad he's out of my life. I never wanted to see his smug face again. Now I don't have to worry about any of those intrusive feelings it causes me. Hatred, anger, hopelessness, the tiniest bit of fondness. But the more I tried to push his memory away, the louder his final words came back to me. Goes to intent matters? Yeah, true. That is very true, very important. And also, like, one reason why it's so hard sometimes to like understand emotions in written text, especially if someone does not use emojis, for example, because you can't hear the tone behind it, or see like the facial expression or anything like that. You only have the words, and words can be difficult to what's the word? To understand sometimes, or understand the intent behind, rather. But the more I tried to push his memory away, the louder his final words came back to me. But I hope you'll still let me wish that you can live a happy, normal life this time around. That is so sweet of him. Like, he doesn't even, like, say anything about him wanting to be in her life, because he knows that he messed up. He knows that he doesn't really deserve it. But he wants her still to live happily. And that's just, I love that. That is why jokes sometimes go wrong in text form. That is why I do my smileys when I'm doing mean joke. Yeah. And that's why I'm like overusing emojis as well. Like as soon as I don't use an emoji, I feel like I'm being rude. And when someone doesn't use an emoji back at me, like it depends of course, but I can easily be like, oh no, are they mad at me because I didn't use an emoji? Depends on the context of course and what we have been talking about before, but like if someone uses an emoji and then stops, then I can be like, oh no, did I cross a line? Did I do something wrong? Was I annoying? Oh no. Like, so yeah, written text is hard to interpret sometimes. And how do you expect me to do that when I'm trapped in this cage? But where did this... I felt something I didn't remember in my pocket. Oh! It was a small handwritten note. Careful not to alert my stepfather, I unfolded a square of paper. And written in it was a neat list of addresses and phone numbers. At first I couldn't figure out what they were for, but as I read further, the pieces began falling into place. It was contact information for a wealth of social services and scholarship programs. Everything from services run nationwide by the government to small local ones. Every square inch of paper was packed to the bursting point with his handwriting. When on earth had he found the time to collect all this information situation until last night? Wait. What is going on? Guys, am I still live? I just got a like message from OBS telling me I was offline. Everything looks fine, I think. I'm live. Okay, good. Did you miss anything, or was it just like a real quick thing that didn't really do anything? Do I need to like go to the backlog? OBS being crazy. Okay. Maybe everything is just OBS fault today. Got a short lag in the middle of a sentence, but it seems fine. Okay, good. Then I will continue then. Few words only. Okay, perfect. That's scary though. Like, oh, OBS disconnected. Like, oh no. Oh, good morning. Yeah, I got something to take care of this morning. Did you sleep well? Is that why he was up so early? What is wrong with him? Maybe the list was meant for himself, and he had been planning to contact these places as a way to help me. Maybe giving the list to me wasn't originally his intention. It really was just notes for himself, pure information, and not some kind of message. However, I felt as though I could hear him in every line, like I could feel the heart he poured into it, in the form of his voice, and he was saying, "Your life is yours and yours alone." And we get to tree scene again. Pirates Opera had a fun. OBS has crashed. They even showed it on stream and said we aren't gonna touch that. Oh god. Yeah. You know, Jacopo, I really hope we don't ever cross paths again. Nothing good could possibly come from us meeting in the next life. I'm tired of having to deal with you. I hate you, and I pray I never have to see you again. But should you wish to see me, and should that wish take priority over my own, promise you'll treat me well. And if you can manage that, then
I was wrong. I thought I remembered everything. But apparently a few fragments of that childish dream were still missing. It wasn't merely a fantasy, but a dream seen by a soul in the throes of its destruction. His soul was on the brink of complete eradication, bound in place and soon to be lost forever. It was his final wish, brought on by the weight of his guilt. While I'd freed the souls trapped in the mansion, he had never wanted to be set free. And having been denied his eternal penance, he chose to erase himself from the world entirely. What are you doing here? It turned out that the answer to that question was in me. I was the one who had led him out of that dream, prevented his soul from being lost to eternity. Oh, that is just beautiful. So he didn't even want to come back. He didn't feel like he deserved to be back in the world. That is just heartbreaking. But it is good that he knows how badly he messed up, how what he did was so wrong. Okay, 1 year later. And we are back here. I wonder if it's going to be more cafe stuff then. Or not. It's after she moved in. Okay, we're back where we left off in the present time then, but a little bit after that even. She's a bit overwhelming. I hope the landlord isn't quite so boisterous. She said he was a pretty young man. Or it is precisely now that she is moving in, because she hasn't met them yet. Okay. Well, I should at least say hello. I can leave my bags inside and unpack when I'm done. Oh, a butterfly. How did you get in here? It's moving kind of sluggishly. Don't worry, I'll get you back outside where you belong. Take care. This is the place. I'm not looking forward to this. Too many new people in one day. Coming! It'll be just a second. A woman's voice. But the landlord's a man, isn't he? Maybe his sister. Or wife? I get it. Wait, that voice. It's probably the new girl. We should both go out to greet her. Ah. Yep, you were right. It's our new neighbor. It's a pleasure to have you. And... oh, epilogue. I wasn't expecting that. I thought we had a lot of things. Okay, interesting. Maybe we don't have a lot of episodes left, depending on how long this epilogue is. It's a pleasure to have you, and welcome to the building. Or, that's what I was planning to say when I opened the door anyway. I assumed, like everyone else, she wouldn't remember us. So I simply wanted to provide her with a warm, friendly greeting. Help her feel at home. But she interrupted me before I could finish. We meet again. Aww! Oh my god! I love this! Look at them! My god, I'm getting teary eyes. Ugh. That's just beautiful. Look how happy they all are. Like, even Morgana is smiling. This is so precious. Are you just going to keep staring? Don't tell me you don't remember me. I don't want to have to serenade you with a millennium's worth of our dark history together on my first day. Now they can protect Morgana? Yeah. You know who we are? Would you rather I didn't? Oh, you wound me, my dear. No, of course not. It really has been far too long. Morgana, I'm so glad to finally see you again. Did you choose this apartment knowing we were here? Did you come here so we could meet again? You might want to deflate that head of yours a bit. Of course I didn't. If I knew you were here, I would never have chosen to live here.
Oh god. Still such a tsundere. Why does Michelle look like Stem from my mobile game? I don't know. Is that a good or a bad thing, Fia? It's his next life, previous life. Yeah. I mean, reincarnation is a thing, so...
I nearly had a panic attack when you answered the door. Never in all my life did I expect our fates to cross once more.
I see a little reincarnation wasn't enough to change you.
Oh, but I know you're just as happy to see us, aren't you? I can see it on your face. You're surprised, but in a good way. Someone's rather sure of themselves. Seeing that stupid smile of yours, I've changed my mind. I'm annulling the contract and finding a new apartment. Farewell.
Oh my god. I love them. I love them so much. Giselle is still wearing her bra outside of her shirt. I say, yeah, it's so... Her outfit is so strange. Like, I don't get her outfit. It's so bizarre. I don't get it. Sun is awesome. Okay, that's a good thing then.
Whoa, you're joking, right? We haven't seen each other in so long.
Could you perhaps set how do you pronounce that word? Acridity? Aside for just the occasion? Remember, we agreed to become friends if by some infinitesimally low chance we were to meet again. Or did you not hold that promise as dearly as I? Because it meant quite a bit to me.
You silly man. Not good friends and not acquaintances either. Just plain friends. I can't believe it's actually happening. So yes, let's. Yes, let's be friends.
Well, it's good to have you here, Morgana. If there's anything you need, let us know.
The pleasure's mine, Giselle.
On that fateful day, we found each other again. I knew nothing of her life from before our reunion, although the same could be said of everyone. I believed that our crossing paths was a sign of good fortune, the start of a new, brighter chapter, free of the kinds of tragedies we had once endured. I only had my own experience to compare against, though, and I couldn't say whether anyone else's new struggles and ordeals felt the same way to them. Nor was there anything I could do to help them through them either, which was probably for the best. People's lives were not a thing you could, or should, simply go sticking your nose into. It was their life and their choices to make, not mine. You just don't understand French fashion, who does? Ah, so that's what it is. I get it. Makes sense. Or maybe it's the Japanese that does not understand the French fashion, and they just, what would Giselle wear in a modern setting? She's French. Maybe this. And I assumed circumstances were different enough from before, that they had the freedom to make their own decisions this time. Yes, this is what I like this is the difference. Like, they are still the same people, they still have similar struggles to before, but they have the freedom to make their own decisions. That's just so well put. Like, that is what I have been, like, talking about for most of this playthrough, I feel like. Like, they have a way to make a happier ending for them this time around. So yeah, I agree with Michelle on that. Time trotted on unwaveringly.
and soon the first week of June was upon us. The first few days we mostly spent catching up with each other, sharing stories of both this life and past. But now things had settled into a more normal routine. Morgana had evidently been through quite a bit before moving into our building. And while she didn't go into any detail, between the lines she painted a picture of a troubled relationship with her family. At one point I asked if there was anything we could do to help, to which she responded, "It's already been taken care of." Seeing the relief on her face and hearing it in her voice, I took that to be the honest truth rather than an attempt to downplay her situation.
Well, that's good. So maybe like the addresses Jacob sent actually helped her then. Which is very good. And she looked like truly happy here as well, like when she saw them. I mean, it could be just happy to see them, but yeah, I do feel like she would be honest with them. So yeah, hopefully she is in like a much happier place now. So I left it there, and that was all I knew from before she moved in. Naturally, I was more than willing to lend a hand if need be, but I got a feeling that wouldn't be necessary. At least not in this life. And I meant that in the best way possible. I sense a strength in her now, different than the power she wielded in lives past. The strength to press forward in the face of any adversity. In the face of any adversity, my goodness. So if she were to ever take my hand, it wouldn't be me leading her, but the two of us walking shoulder to shoulder. Friends. Nothing more and nothing less. Looking at it from a distance, nothing about our reunion could be considered ordinary, but we lived it every day, so it was easy to forget. To fall into the mindset that this was how things always were. That quiet and uneventful was the norm rather than a fleeting miracle. And that was wonderful, I thought. It was something both Morgana and I had long sought after. At long last attaining it in this new life. So I was able to brush off the majority of everyday grievances, including Morgana having turned a bit slovenly. Giselle, more tea! Coming right up! Oh god! Giselle, I'm out of munchies! Morgana is really a cat, oh my god! You ate all of those already? Giselle, rub my shoulders! Why you... Alright, sure. Michelle's reaction is just spot on. Sorry, no, this is one thing I cannot let slide. You can't just come over, throw yourself on the couch and start ordering Giselle around like she's your personal maid. And you need to stop enabling her, Giselle. She's going to be beyond saving soon if you keep on like this. I'm doing it again. It's like I'm programmed to obey her. Oh my god, no. And then she wanted shoulder rubs, yeah. I guess I got her maid back, yeah. She is my personal maid, so I fail to see the issue here. She doesn't belong to you, and she's not a maid anymore either. Oh, you're so fussy, my dear. Remind me, who was it who said you can come over whenever you like? Weekdays, weekends, holidays, we're always happy to have you. Yes, I said that, and I meant it, but I didn't say you could fashion yourself a queen. You sprawl out on the couch, stuffing your face with junk food and playing phone games is legitimate nightmare fuel. Oh, get over it. The last millennium was very hard on me, so I decided to take the next 80 or so years off to relax. I mean, valid. I have nothing against taking things easy, but you can't take your whole life off because your last one was too hard. The last few weeks have made one thing very clear. You're even worse than me at taking care of yourself.
Why take care of myself when I can have someone do it for me? Oh dear, you sound like King... What? King Neat? Who? What? King Neat, Era Michelle? Well, you certainly didn't have it easy, that's for sure. I want you to be happy this time, as much as possible. See? Giselle's on my side. Please don't let her walk all over you, Giselle. She needs to shape up if she ever wants to be able to live on her own. You sound like your father.
Neat equals Japanese term for a person who stays home and plays games, etc. Okay, I see. Thank you for that clarification. I had no idea. Thank you.
Oh, on that note, do you have any ideas for when you get out of here, Morgana? Any dreams? Anything you want to do? You're 17 right now, right?
She's older than she has ever been. That is wonderful.
So you must have transferred here because there was something you had your eyes on. I'd do anything to help you make your dreams come true, Morgana. You assume the best of everything, and I can only assume that means there's something wrong with your head. What was that, little girl? Because it sounded incredibly rude. Oh, you don't need to worry about it. It was merely an expression of surprise. No offense intended. You really don't feel the slightest bit of animosity toward me, do you? If I were you, I would be praying my dreams ended in disaster, not offering to help make them reality. Oh, Morgana, not everyone can hold a grudge as well as you. It's all water under the bridge. I couldn't be happier to have you back.
Not employed education training, something like that? Okay, no, just someone who doesn't want to go. Okay, I see. But that was origin of it. These days you can be highly trained neat too. Okay, the more you know.
Sure, it may not have been fun at the time, but I overcame those trials, and that experience is an important part of who I am now. Not to mention, the only reason I'm here today, living with Michelle, is because you wished it for us. If anything, I'm extremely grateful to you. She makes it sound like I'm the unreasonable one for holding a grudge, but I don't know how anyone couldn't, and I could never imagine coming to see all that pain as important. Giselle and Michelle, they helped me though. They fought to free me from that cycle, and for that, they are important. But never in 1,000 years will they hear me say that.
Sundara to the very end.
Something on your mind, Morgana? Oh no, nothing worth mentioning. I was simply admiring the dumb look on your face. Hey! If it's not worth mentioning, don't mention it! Well, I should head down. Maria's probably waiting for me. Oh, I didn't realize it was so late. Is there anything I can help with? Nope, we got it. Everything's going smooth as butter. You should drop by and say hi later on. Bring Morgana too. Will do. I'll make drinks and bring them down in a bit. I'm staying right here. This boss isn't going to beat itself.
Oh god. Henya, Japanese VTuber, speaks good English, is a corporate VTuber shoujo, and she calls herself Neat as she never goes out. Okay, yeah, I see. Yeah, I know who she is, but I have not followed her, like, her content, so I wasn't aware of that, so yeah. The more you know. I could probably, like, call myself that as well. Like, I do go out, but it's very rare, and I prefer to not to. Like, I had to go out yesterday to buy some dry food for my cat, and I hated every second of it. It was stressful. I get so stressed when I'm going out to, like, stores and stuff. It's not enjoyable.
Now. Alright, well, see you in a bit. It sounds like everything's moving along nicely. so smoothly I'm no longer needed. The renovations are almost complete, and she's hoping to open for business by the end of the month. I thought the whole process would take a little longer, and that she would be counting on me for more of it. We both knew we weren't made to play co-op. If you want to help, set up an office and start filling in spreadsheets. As ruthless as ever, I see. Morgana, could you consider not being stubborn for a few minutes and coming down to see them? I'm not being stubborn, I'm just taking control of my life. You make it sound like I'm throwing a tantrum, but there's a lot more on the line here than a kid whose mom won't buy her ice cream. Do you think your old memories could ever, say, push you forward rather than constantly hold you back? Not long ago, I had a curious dream. In it, I saw a vision of what seemed to be a park at night. You were sitting on a bench, pleading for me to help you. You said that while I had brought salvation to the witch Morgana, in doing so, I had only caused more pain for the ordinary girl Morgana. But I suspect that wasn't just a dream. But Tiger is worth it? Always! Of course he's worth it! Otherwise I wouldn't have done it. I mean, I would have done it in a way, even if it wasn't worth it, because otherwise I would be a horrible cat mom, but of course he's worth it. Well, you suspect wrong. No such thing ever happened, and I don't need any help. Alright, I'll take you at your word. But if there's even a hint of truth to what I saw, know that I'm here and ready to help with anything. Not to take your hand and lead you, though, but to give you a push forward. Morgana. Sometimes I don't understand how I'm still here. Everything in this world has a maximum capacity, and the soul is no exception. During my time in that mansion, I should have reached my capacity. It's no small task finding multiple souls in one place for so long. By all rights, I shouldn't have had enough left to be reborn into a human body like this. Assuming there was enough left to come back at all, it should have been in something more fleeting. But despite all that, I managed to be born into the same generation as you, and it baffles me every time I think about it. Perhaps because there was another soul inside you that replenished some of that missing energy. I highly doubt her soul is a part of me now, because if it was, you'd be more affable? Excuse me? Don't put words in my mouth. But yes, that's what I was going to say. I think she is in there with you, myself. You're softer now than when you were the witch. Softer, and you have more heart too. I believe that in time you'll start to see more of her influence in you. And that with her help, you'll be able to start truly living in the present, not chained to the past as you are now. Well, hopefully you're right. He's probably right that the other me is to thank for me being born into this world. But she's not the only reason. I'm sure of that. But back to my original question. Can I convince you to come down and say hi later? Maria should be there too. You don't have any grudge against her, do you? I'm only privileged to bits and pieces of what happened, but I was under the impression that Maria took good care of you, and you were fond of her yourself as well. Can I assume then you simply think a meeting with her would be awkward? Not at all, Mr. Armchair Psychologist. As I said, I got a boss who needs... A boss who left untouched this entire conversation? Oh fine, you win. I'll go say hi, but that's it. You wanted to make drinks for them, right? Yeah, I was thinking about making some fresh lemonade. Then I'll help. It's hot and muggy out, so don't forget the ice. Good catch, Morgana. This is cute. Cher's over here. Oh, and the plant's by the door. Then we want... Oh, Michelle, and you brought Morgana. I'm so glad you decided to come down. I'm going back up as soon as you have your drinks. Hey now, don't be like that. At least have a look at the patio while you're here. We got a few tables set out in a section of the courtyard. Come on, it's over here. Oh, it looks really nice. This looks super cute. Really cute. It's just lovely, isn't it? It's not bad. Hey, I got those plans you were talking about. Holy shit! Now there's a face I didn't expect to see. How you been holding up, girl? Wait, you two know each other? From this time or from No, she doesn't remember anything. We just happened to cross paths about a year ago. Oh, thank God you remember me. You're living in this building now? Yes. Well, for the last couple of weeks at least. I hope you've been well too. Never been better. I mean, minus getting tossed out of my ass by my last job. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. And I'm surprised you can be so casual about it. As they say around these parts, c'est la vie. And it gave me the chance to work with yourself, so I can't complain. When life gives you lemonade? Wait, that's not how it goes, shit. You know, Morgana's a little different with Maria around. It's cute.
Morgana, expert of positive reinforcement, not bad. Yeah.
Especially compared to how ruthless she can be with us. She seems almost like an ordinary teenage girl. But hey, if you live here now, that means we'll be seeing each other a bunch. Come down for lunch and I'll make you something special. I'll consider it. You do that. Actually, heck, forget that. You should just work here. They still love to have you. We could get you a darling little waitress uniform. Not a chance. You're not going to need that many hands at a newly opened cafe anyway. The goal is to make such a big splash that we do need the hands. Gotta go and firing on all cylinders. A bold claim for someone who was firing on 0 cylinders at the last job. That's not on me. The place looked like crap in a crappy location with a crap owner, but the owners here are great. Giselle and her hubby are the most ridiculously sweet couple I've ever met. Facts. They are couple goals, like really. We're not married yet, Maria. You're not? Aren't you talking about fixing that before the grand opening? She's sharp. That was the plan, but it turned out to be more work than we expected, so we haven't had time for personal matters. Come on, guys, this is a big deal. Is this sort of thing you want to get done now, or are you going to end up pushing it off forever? Say you're open for business now, word spreads, then you're up to your ears in customers. The deeper you get, the less and less time you'll have. Before you know it, your custom-tailored wedding dress isn't going to fit the same. It's not a laughing matter. And you can't just let her handle everything. Bust out the calendar and start planning. Okay, you made your point. Could we please change the subject? I love Maria, she's awesome. I love that she's just pushing them into it. I'm heading back upstairs. Hold up! One question before you run off. Your name. We're basically neighbors now, so I can't keep dancing around what to call you. Did I never tell you? No, you didn't. You barely said a word when you came to my cafe with you-know-who. Meanwhile, he had no idea when to shut up, talking my ear off about his dumbass job. Speaking of, you still in touch with him? I am not, and I tend to keep it that way. Figured. Something happened between you two. He was talking to me how about he'd never see you again, and seemed pretty concerned. It wasn't no one specific thing. That was just how things worked out. Huh. Well, not gonna show my nose into private matters so I don't even understand. Anywho, names. Mine's Maria, and it's great to see you again. Fate is a curious thing. I never imagined I would be here doing introductions with her again. My name is Morgana. It's my pleasure. Morgana? That's a really nice name. Sounds Italian too. I'm from the Milan area. Love to show you around sometime. It would be lovely to visit someday, yes. We could rent a car, just drive wherever the road takes us. Morgana, are you not a fan of road trips then? I'm not married to the idea. We can always do something... No, I'm fine with cars. That's not it. There's something I want to tell you, Maria. Thank you. And I'm so sorry. Huh? I don't think anyone did anything worthy of thanks or apology. It's for something you wouldn't remember. Long, long ago. Aww. That is so cute. Like, because she didn't mean to curse her. I remember, because the ending of Reincarnation, Requiem, was very traumatic, with like Maria dying of the plague in the basement of the house and then being cursed for all those years as well, together with Jacopo. Like, Morgana never meant for her to be caught up in it, because Maria was like an older sister or something to her, or like a mother figure, or parenting figure at least. So like, yeah, I think it's really sweet that she's like both thanking her for taking care of her and also apologizing for getting her caught up in it. Like, even if she doesn't remember it, it's just very sweet. And it's also proof, again, that the white-haired girl probably lives inside her, because she is sweeter this time around. Even if she wasn't like super, like, she had that sweetness to her before as well, like in Requiem, but then again, then she did still have her other half inside her before the split, so, I mean, makes sense. But she's definitely sweeter now than the witch. You completely lost me, girl. But I mean, even if anything did happen however long ago, you still don't need to apologize. Everything's totally cool. If you say so. I think I was right. The white-haired girl is in there with her. I think so too, yeah. I'm glad we were able to make things work out. As am I. Not everything's been lined up all nice and neat in a row. There's not much I can do about that myself. Oh, Maria, I wanted to ask you something. Would you be interested in throwing a party before the opening for everyone? Before the opening for everyone who helped make it happen, and maybe some friends too. Oh, that sounds great! I'm all in. You already set on who all's coming? Nope, still in the idea phase. If you have anyone you'd like to invite, go right ahead. You got it, boss. Except I just moved to the country and don't know much of anyone. I'll see if I can think of anyone though. If Maria does remember, she will have the fact that she apologized before confronted makes it more genuine. Yeah, very true. Thank you. Oh, I'm so excited. It's such a strange sight. The two of them here now, talking and laughing. It certainly is. Back then, Maria was putting on an act, and Giselle was still in her role as a maid. This feels so much nicer. It's warm, and they're both themselves now. I was going to say it's boring. There's no tension. Oh god, Morgana, not everything has to be drama. Normal is best. It's a luxury many aren't afforded. And it's something I wish to do my best to never lose again. There's no curse to get in the way anymore, so you should be fine. This is how things were meant to be. And besides, I know you. No wall is too high for you to scale. I suppose you're right. That goes for you too, Morgana. You're not bound by the curse anymore yourself. Well, we should probably head up now. We'll probably come back down this evening with more refreshments. Would you like to help me make them? The two of us cooking? I hope you have a hearse parked outside to collect the bodies. I suppose it wouldn't hurt to give it a try, though. This is very cute. What? You made dinner? Michelle is already a surprise, but you helped too, Morgana? Good heavens, what miracle am I witnessing? That's a very unique and rather rude, if I do say so myself, way to say thank you. Would you like to try that again? Sorry, I just couldn't believe my ears. I'm thrilled though, really. If you don't mind my asking, where's the food? It'll be here shortly. Michelle's carrying it in. Come on, Michelle, hurry it up. What's taking so long? Don't rush me. I'm trying to keep my balance on the stairs so we don't have a disaster on our hands. If you want to speed it up, you could always help me carry it. You need the exercise. I believe in you. Finally made it. The food's here, everyone. Well, what's in the pot? Vegetable soup with extra vegetable. Didn't you say you were going to bring us something light and easy to eat outside? I was expecting like sandwiches or even sandwiches. I tried to tell her you wouldn't like it. Quiet, you! Vegetable soup is all I know how to make. It's safe, impossible to mess up, and a good source of vitamins and minerals. What's not to like? Wow! This really is nothing but vegetables. Not even a scrap of meat. Well, they did say vegetable soup, so... Yeah, Giselle is looping. Are you vegetarian, girl? Or practicing to live in the mountains? Anyway, I'll run to the bakery and get some bread. We'll probably want some cheese too. Grab some beer while you're out too, would ya? I know we're not quite finished for the day, but it's cool, right? Alright, sure. But today's the one and only day you get a drink on the job. Ah, there's nothing better than a cold one outside at this time of year. Nice cool breeze to go with it too. It's perfect. And then when summer comes around, there's nothing better than a cold one outside on a hot summer day. You know me too well. And when winter comes, it'll be no better way to warm up in this cold. Michelle, you're not a child. Stop trying to avoid the carrots. Aww. At least it's not parsnips this time. I was just saving them for later. Is that so? Then I'm counting on you to eat all the leftover carrots when we're done. Man, when you came up with freaking vegetable soup, I was getting ready to start looking for an escape plan, but I can kinda dig this. Feels like we're all one big family sitting around the table like this. I did not expect that from the old lady on the third floor, though. My, dinner outside tonight. Are you doing barbecue? No, soup. You're having a soup party. Goodness me, kids these days certainly are unique. And then she just disappeared, not another word. The imitation probably wasn't necessary, Giselle. It was for the audience, Michelle. We didn't know what she said. Thank you for the exposition, Giselle. We needed that. Vegetable soup can be nice. Does require a bit of spices, though. Yeah, I like vegetable soup. It's nice. Like
One of my favorite soups both that I can make and both buy is like broccoli soup. It's really, really good. But as Giselle said, you will need some bread to it because you don't really get full on just soup, and especially if it's only vegetables in it. I bet Money she's the type of lady to invite herself to a barbecue and scarf up all the meat. There's nothing wrong with vegetable soup. It's great, really. Very cozy having everyone together, eating from the same pot. And it's got this real nostalgic flavor to it too. Oh yeah! Must remind her a bit of like Requiem time. Because they didn't they eat like vegetable soup there too? Or am I misremembering? Not quite sure why though. Maybe my mom made something like this. Perhaps she did. There is a comforting familiarity to this whole situation. I've been here before, a long, long time ago. And I never imagined the stars would align like this again. I wonder if everyone else from back then is alive somewhere too. The girls from the brothel would pamper me like a little sister. The men from the slums peacekeepers group, Jerem, and even... Alright, time to crack open a new can. You've had more than enough, Maria. We still have work to do today. Psh! Take the stick out of your ass, you party pooper. I can work just as well tipsy as I can sober. You should have some too, Giselle. And you, Michelle. Hell, you're over 16, right, Morgana? Then beard up too. Oh god. I'll pass, thank you. I'm not a fan of drinking. I don't handle alcohol very well either, so I'll refrain too. Psh, you're no fun. Alright, Giselle, you got a drink for all three of you. No. I'll have a little, but that's it. I think she had more than a little, guys. The whole world is spinning. Whee! My master, it's quite rude to stare, you know. Oh dear, don't tell me you don't remember me. This is quite a predicament. I remember you perfectly, and you can drop the maid act. My, is that so? I'll be right out with some herbal tea to help you wake up. You need help walking up more than me. Well, shit, I went a bit overboard, huh? Was not expecting her to get this kind of drunk. Looks like you won't be getting any more work done tonight. Should probably at least clean up this mess. I'll give you a hand. So, Master, when are we going to have our wedding? Giselle, we can talk all about that when you're sober. She's adorable. Sorry for making such a mess out of things. Hopefully Giselle's hangover isn't too bad. I made sure she got plenty of water before putting her to bed. She should hopefully bounce back quickly. Well, I certainly enjoyed the chance to see a very unusual side of Giselle. I wish you the best of luck on planning your wedding, Michelle. None of you are going to let me live that down, are you? I really did have a great time though. We should absolutely do this again sometime. Of course. We'll have plenty of opportunities to get together going forward. We sure will. Well, I gotta head home now. Night everyone. Catch you all later. Have a safe trip. And see you again. We should head back inside too. You can come back after our apartment if you like. Or you can head to yours. It's up to you. Hey, Michelle. I had fun today. Aww. That's absolutely amazing. That's great. I had fun too. I hope to see you at the soft opening party in a couple of weeks.
I'll give it a tiny bit of consideration.
I'm loving this. This is so sweet. Mid-June. Okay, I wonder if we're moving forward to the opening then. But I think it is time for a stretchy break first, because I'm starting to feel my neck a bit. I still haven't quite adjusted to my screen. I'm not sure which height I should have it on. It's quite a lot bigger than my other one. So it's like tricky to find a good position both for like reading and the camera, but I'll figure it out. I'm going to buy I'm not sure what it's called in English, like a screen arm that I can put the screen on so I can like adjust it more easily. And hopefully that will be able to help. But yeah, time for a stretchy break, so don't go anywhere. Do take the time to stretch too, because it is not good to sit still for too long. But yeah, see you soon. Alright, I am back and ready to keep going. I hope everyone here is back as well. And I hope that I'm still live as well, since OBS is doing some weird stuff today. Alright. And that does it. We're all ready to go. You sure went all out on the decorations. Maybe a bit excessively so even. First impressions are the most important after all, so I wanted to make a good one. Not live at all, yeah. That's why you could answer my question, right? But that's good. It's good that I have you guys here to ease my anxiety. It's almost time. I'm getting kind of nervous.
We're just having friends over for a casual party today. Save your nerves for the real grand opening. Sure, it'll just be friends, but I'm still making the food and serving drinks and stuff. That's plenty reason to get nervous. You just have to put it out on the table and everyone will serve themselves. You'll be fine, I promise. Just take a deep breath, girl. Think of this as a dry run, no pressure. You're here to have fun, not a breakdown. Deep breaths. I'll do my best. Right over your head. I know you'll do great tonight and the grand opening. Hell, I bet you handle it even better than me. You really think so? You got a lot of experience cooking, and you're a quick server, and even quicker at cleanup. You're so damn on the ball you think you grew up working as a maid at some boogie estate. Well, you're not far off. Also, I love that Giselle and Maria are just friends this time around. It's just lovely to see. I'm tempted to tell her that yes, in fact, I was the head maid at a Sicilian mafia estate and that she was the maid there too. You'd be the model owner if you weren't such a heavy drinker. Huh? A heavy drinker? What are you talking about? Damn, you don't remember, do you? Wow, this is quite impressive. The decorations are so excessive, it feels like you compressed an entire festival into your courtyard. I went all out and then some. I'm so glad you came, Morgana. I'm not staying, just thought I would stop in and say hi. Now, don't be like that. Lots of people are going to be here. I'm sure you can make a friend or two. Not interested, thank you. Out of curiosity though, who exactly is coming? I invited everyone in the building, people who've supported me over the years, some friends from high school and uni. Plus some of Michelle's co-workers. We invited her parents too, but they couldn't make it, so that's pretty much it. Oh yeah, and some of Maria's friends too. Ooh! Then we might... I was thinking that while I was out. I wonder if, like, Mel and Nelly would show up, because they never, like, met Giselle or Michelle, but they did meet Maria, so they could be here too. So it will be quite a reunion. Because I felt like if they weren't going to be here, they would be like the only people left out because they live in England and not France. Not many, I only invited a few. And speak of the devil, here comes the first two. Oh wow, they're early. I need to go get... Oh my god! It's amazing! There's so many adorable decorations! Hi Nelly, I missed you. The reactions, oh my god. Don't run, Nelly, you'll hurt yourself. Oh, hello Maria, it's nice to see you again. I'm so sorry for barging in like this. What? Hold... Why are you friends with them, Maria? Huh? Should I not be? No, I just... Well, it's kind of weird that you'd be friends with kids so much younger than you. We met at a cafe where I used to work. I wouldn't say we're close enough to be considered friends. But I heard they'd be in the country, so I figured I'd give them a call. Should I not have? No. By all means, it's fine. I want to open a cafe as lovely as this one day. Then I can make sweets all day long. That might not be the best idea, Nelly. Why not, Mel? Don't be a party pooper. Like, come on, I think that's a wonderful idea. She needs to work with something. What? Are you saying my sweets are gross? I never said that, no. Oh, hey. We should go introduce ourselves to the owner. Good evening, ma'am. It's a pleasure to meet you. And congratulations on the opening. My sister and I were invited here tonight, courtesy of Maria. I apologize for intruding on this gathering of close friends.
This is a truly lovely cafe, and I'm certain it will be the talk of the neighborhood for many years to come.
Thank you so much. You're very kind, and please, you're not intruding. A friend of Maria's is a friend of ours. I hope you both enjoyed the party tonight. Oh wow, it's Mel, but it's not a disaster.
I mean, that's kind of what my reaction was too. He kind of is a disaster, but is working on it.
Mel, come on, you're forgetting something.
What?
Oh, right, that. We brought you some treats from London. I hope you enjoy them. Never mind, he's apparently still just as much of an airhead. That's a relief. Oh, you didn't have to do that, but thank you very much. You said you were from London, so you're here on vacation then? Yeah, we're in the country for a family vacation, and today we left our parents off to do their own thing. I can't figure out if they're here for a vacation or to compete in the Oldtimers PDA contest. It's kinda gross. And as you can see, my sister was getting tired of having them around. It's just the two of us. Wow! Well, I'm really glad to hear you all seem to be getting along. Oh yeah, how's your grandfather doing? Aw, I forgot about that. Aw, that's just... oh, my heart. Huh? Why do you want to know about our grandfather? He's in London, probably enjoying the peace and quiet. Oh, that's great. Sorry, curiosity got the better of me. Though now that I think about it, thy grandfather might not even be hidden in this life. If not, I hope he's out there somewhere too, healthy and happy. Anyway, please do have a good time, and if you're ever in the country again, our doors are always open. Of course, we appreciate the hospitality. Oh. Are you here for the party too? You look to be about the same age as me. It's nice to meet you. Well, this is awkward. This is awkward. Huh? I didn't do anything, did I? But she seemed upset. What a snobby, stuck-up girl. Forget about girls like her. They're not worth your time. I guess. But there's something about her that catches my eye. What? You don't mean you... No, not like that. I don't know. I feel like I've seen her somewhere before or something. I can't put it into words, but just something about her. Not in a love at first sight kind of way, though. Is that so? Well, even if it was love at first sight, I wouldn't have gotten in the way. That's good, Nelly. Good on you. You wouldn't have? Because I'm your sister. I'm not going to stop you from doing what you want with your life, even falling in love. I love this. This is so sweet. And I do think that she actually means it. Wow. Thank you, Nelly. Not at all. But if you ever fall for a girl who's not good enough for you, know that I will completely destroy her. Oh god. Okay. Still cray-cray. Completely is a bit excessive. Looks like I need to be careful when I find someone so no one gets hurt. I hope I can be friends with that girl someday. Yeah, I hope so too. Oi! We're getting a lot of Japanese voices in the background. Oh wow, that's a lot of people. Maybe we invited too many. The party's going to be over by the time I manage to greet everyone. But first, Michelle and Morgana are still here. Great. Off tucked away in a corner, but still here. It's so weird having Japanese voices in my ears, and I was like, what is this? traffic was insane! There you are! I thought you decided to ditch. Not that I care either way. Why do you have to be so mean to me, Maria? You're not like that to anyone else. Is it because we're such good friends you're comfortable speaking your mind around me?
It's the language of France, didn't you know? Actually, I didn't know that. For some reason, I'm not sure why, I thought that the language of France was French, but silly me. Girl, I wish I get my head as far into the clouds as yours. You pretty much hit the nail on the head, though. Oh, you're so cute, Maria. Pauline, perhaps we should say hi to the host first. You can catch up with Maria after that. This is the owner of the cafe here, Giselle. Oh, hello. It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm Pauline, Maria's friend and Yukimasa's girlfriend. It's good to see that she's still alive. And she looks completely whole and healthy. The pleasure is all mine. Oh wow, I was not expecting her. Though I really shouldn't be that surprised since Yukimasa already showed up. And she shows him again too, which I should have expected. I really hope nothing goes wrong. I hope you're able to find happiness this time, Pauline. Huh? Not sure where that came from, but sure, thanks. I've always been happy though. That's wonderful to hear. Sorry, I'm getting a little emotional. Huh? She's kind of an odd one, sorry. I should have warned you.
I do not want to hear that from you, of all... I'd like to offer you my sincerest gratitude for your help over these past weeks. The renovations proceeded extremely smoothly, thanks to you.
Not at all. If you ever need any more help, you have my number.
Yes, I do. You'll be the first one I call when the pipes burst, or the power goes out, or the walls start falling down.
Oh god. You should probably call a professional for those. And they're just stumped. Like, what is everyone doing here? Well, we only have one person missing now.
Would you mind telling me what I'm looking at? Why are they all here?
I have no answer for that, Morgana. Your guess is as good as mine.
My head hurts. The boundless sphere of fate turned out to be disappointingly small.
That's the thing about fate. You never know where it will take you next, not until you're right there in the moment.
I had no intention of making friends with them just because our paths crossed, though. This is nothing more than a hiccup.
You don't have to get close to anyone if you don't want to. That's your choice. I still think that Mel could. Like, I don't know. Like, maybe not, but like, I feel like he could get some slack more than the other two, honestly. Even if I still think that he also did wrong, like he could have done something more than what he did. And I understand Morgana, like, hating him as well. But after knowing his circumstances, I feel like maybe in a new life. But, I don't know. I completely understand her, to be honest. Like, she still has the same memories, so to her it's still a betrayal. So I get it.
I'm too tired for this. Too many people. I'm going back inside before any of them has a chance to talk to me.
Alright. Well, the party's only just begun, so if you change your mind, you're welcome to come back down at any point.
That's a very big if. Oh, Michelle, perfect! Pauline and Yukimasa just arrived.
Good evening, my name is Michelle. Giselle's told me just how much help you were on the renovations. Thank you for that, and I apologize for not introducing myself until tonight.
How can you be so composed? I've been freaking out all night here.
I saw, and I must say it was rather entertaining to watch.
Wow, you're a jerk.
Not at all. I quite enjoyed the work. It was a fantastic outlet for my pent-up stress. Okay, now we know. Get Yukimasa into building industry. He needs to work with his body. So maybe the whole thing about BDSM maybe it wasn't such a bad idea after all. I can't believe I'm saying that. Oh my god. That's great to hear. I don't want to let stress build up too much. Indeed. I feel like I've seen you somewhere before. Like in a stained glass window. For the last time, I am not an angel! So much for staying composed. That would work, and if not, MMA. Yeah. Oh god. Oh, more Japanese. Oh, and they know each other too. Or they did know each other. This is cute. I miss Jacopo though, he should be here. I mean, like, if Yukimasa can be here, so should Jacopo. I love how the girls are just getting along and like Mel basically just runs from Yukimasa like, nope, you're creepy. Understandable though. Very understandable.
I haven't seen Morgana in a while. Did she go back inside?
She said she needed a break from all the people.
Oh, that's too bad. I was hoping she would enjoy seeing everyone and mingling.
I can understand why she wouldn't want to. She didn't forgive them for what they did, only decided she didn't want to curse them anymore. If I were her, I wouldn't want to make friends with them either, knowing what they had done to me, regardless of it not having been this iteration of them.
I suppose you're right. I do think it would be nice if someday she could come to move past it all. They're not the same people they were 1,000 years ago. I don't know what they're going through in their new lives, but something tells me they won't be making the same mistakes. They look the same on the outside, but I can sense a strength and unity from the way they interact. Newfound determination, if you will. At least, that's how I read it.
And I pray you're right. The 3 days I spent with everyone here was in a realm outside reality, meaning I had never really interacted with any of them until this life. But still I like to hope that the conversations we shared and the vows we exchanged still existed somewhere within them, an infinitesimal fragment of their souls. It does, Michelle. They remember you in their souls. And so, the party came to a quiet end. From a distance, it looked almost like a big 1,000 years in the making reunion. But only myself, Giselle, and Morgana appeared to have those memories. Everyone lived their own lives, with very little overlap. Though I couldn't help but sense the hand of fate in those who had been especially close in their previous lives coming together again in this one. Even without the witch's curse to bring them together, their souls had still formed profound bonds. Bonds naturally born from an unnatural length of time shared together in the realm of the dead. And I believe that although Morgana had only wished for Giselle and I to come back, it was these unimaginably powerful connections that had allowed all of them to be reborn into this era. Nonetheless, seeing them again still came as quite a surprise. And now that our paths had crossed once more, perhaps we were at a greater chance of it happening again in the future. But for now, there was little point in speculating about what may come our way.
We had our own lives to live too. A completely fresh start, and we wanted to make sure we got it right this time. We were no longer under the influence of the curse, which meant no more reconstruction for any of us. This was our one chance that went for them as much as it did for us. So we had to make the best of it. Live our new lives to the fullest.
Strange walking, Jacopo. Is that you? Who walking? Who are we following? This is something that I like about this. Like, I think I have mentioned before, I'm not sure if I have mentioned it on stream or if I have only like mentioned it to my friends, but how well done the House of Fata Morgana is. Like, it's really taking advantage of the medium it is presenting itself in as a visual novel. Because you can't do this in like an anime, for example, because you have to know who you follow. And like, you could perhaps do it in a book, like being very vague, but you would still have to say something like, I don't know. Like, either if it's written in first person view, like me, or in third person, like she or him, but I still feel like just doing this in a visual novel is very effective. Just walking to different locations, we don't know who it is, we have absolutely no clue hinting to who it could be, no voice, no nothing, just someone walking, and we have no clue. I feel like the House of Fata Morgana has used the visual novel presentation very well all throughout, with both like music and also like one of my best examples of it is, which I know I have mentioned, in Door 2, where we see Yukimasa for just a flash of him, and we think that that is the merchant that gets killed because Yukimasa was a merchant as well. And why would we think that that flash is the beast? I just think it's very clever. I didn't say hello, Jacopo, did I? I just question if it is Jacopo. Because it feels like he was the only one not at the party, you know? So, yeah. But I think it's really cool how they are using the visual novel form to present its story. It was raining that day. I lamented the present, knowing nothing yet of my past. I didn't care what happened to me. I was convinced I was the most worthless person in the world, that I belonged nowhere. Having regained those lost memories, though, my grief for this life had been made all but irrelevant. However, I haven't forgotten the 2 weeks of normalcy that pulled me up from that dark place. Or is it Morgana? Morgana? And it's their song, basically. I love this song. This song is beautiful. What are you doing here? I could ask you the same thing. It's not raining, so you have no reason to take this shortcut. I've taken this route home every day since you left, chasing after shadows that had long since disappeared. Oh, sorry. That was kind of creepy, wasn't it? You've been crossing through this park every day for a year now? 1 year and 2 months. It was spring when you were here last. I see you're as nitpicky as ever. Late spring, early summer, it's all the same thing. They are both beautiful times of the year, yes. Am I dreaming? Did you say something positive?
How have you been? Well enough, I suppose. What brings you back to this park? I hope it's not that you can't go home again. Sorry to disappoint you, but I'm just on a walk. I moved out of that home and into an apartment recently, but the owners are currently throwing a party. I snuck out because it was exhausting me, and I'll head back in a bit. I can't read. And I'll head back in a bit when it's safe again. I see. You never were good with festivities, huh? Reminds me of that time at Midsummer Festival. I don't just mean that there were a lot of people. The people from back then have begun drifting together again. What do you mean? My landlord is Michelle. Giselle lives with him too, and I've been hanging out in their apartment quite a bit lately. So I'm doing well. Life is good. That's great. I'm glad. That's what I want for you. So I guess he got to be the one to set you free this time too. All I ever do is hurt you. Were you not invited to the party? Maria said she was asking everyone she knew. She did, but I wasn't much in the mood for merrymaking, so I decided against attending. I assume she didn't tell you I was going to be there then. She probably thought I wouldn't go if I knew, which in the end wouldn't have changed anything either way. But I think I made the right choice. Anyway, I'm glad to see you're doing well. It's a huge relief, and I mean that. Plus, you get people you can talk to if you run into any bumps in the future. You're in a good place. I couldn't be happier. I love this. This is so sweet. Yeah, Jacopo being a good boy. Like, this is nice. This is really nice. This is perfect. I don't need it to be anything more because like I said before, like I think I mentioned it like in the end of the House of Fata Morgana, or if it was Requiem, I don't really remember. I know I have mentioned it at least, that I'm not sure if Jacopo deserves to be with Morgana again, like in any form, like whether it be love or friendship, like because he did ruin things. Like you can't just he didn't just kill her, he broke her completely. And even if it is a new life, that kind of thing still stays in their souls, you know. So I like this, where he gets to care for her, she knows that he cares, and they like on a like acquaintance kind of level where she's not really hating him, but she doesn't want anything to do with him. Like they're moving on in a way, or at least she is. I mean, Jacopo, yeah, exactly. Jacopo could be happy, but he's happy for her, and that is a good thing. And I think at least if he knows that she is happy and living her best life, he will be able to move on with his life too, because then he won't perhaps feel this constant guilt of what he did. At least that's what I'm hoping. But I'm liking this a lot. Just this level of relationship between them. Like, you don't have to be closer necessarily, because that would be a bit of a stretch, I feel. I still kind of want them to like go on a trip together, but then with Maria being with them, and I don't know, it is, my feelings for them are very complicated, and I feel like they are feeling the same thing. Like, it's very complicated. I don't think you will ever get rid of the guilt, but it's easier to carry on knowing Morgana is in a good place. Yeah, I mean, yeah, obviously, of course. I don't think you will ever get rid of it, because he's screwed up bad. But yeah. But I'm really liking this interaction with them, and I love how much more mature Jacopo seems
this time around. Like, he really has done some growing. And all it took was for him to be like, live through 2 different lives and be put in a modern setting where being like he was before doesn't really work. And I mean, that's kind of it for everyone. Because their past behaviors wouldn't work in a modern world. So they have to work around that and work differently. And that opens up new opportunities as well. Not only like them being rid of the curse and stuff. So it's a mix of multiple things. I think it's a mix of them being in a modern era. It's a mix of them having done some growing because they have lived multiple lives, and also of having Michelle's words in their soul, like, do better, be a better person. So yeah. Maybe the year that passed gave time for Morgana to process the memories. Yeah, that too. I mean, it was all very sudden last time they saw each other. Like, they both were like, oh shit, oh my god, and like PTSD just attacked from nowhere. So yeah. But clearly did that she actually talking to Jacob again. Yeah. I think she's starting to like move past everything. And I think with enough time she will be able to like let go and just live her best life without the chains of everything that she has been through. I really think and hope that.
It really is a good place, yes. There's one thing I want to tell you.
I'm all ears.
I appreciate what you did for me last year. Thank you.
You're thanking me?
If you hadn't taken me in, I quite likely would have died out here. And the note you gave me that last day, because of that, I was able to find hope and the strength to fight. Reading what you wrote there helped me realize something obvious, that my life belongs to me. A fact so simple and self-evident, and yet so elusive to me. You're the one who helped me reach that truth. I stopped letting him trample all over me, and it worked. It was far from an easy battle, and he had lots of nasty things to say in the process. But his words, they somehow didn't hurt me anymore. The determination to take my life into my own hands gave me power. The will to search for a way out, of which there were many hiding in plain sight. I just had to open my eyes, and so many options opened up to me. Not to mention, knowing what I've been through in the past made what I was going through in the present seem rather trivial. It could always be worse, couldn't it? I know it isn't my place to say this, but your pain is not trivial. Once again, you were born into a family that doesn't love or appreciate you. That's a terrible thing to have to go through. That said, I'm glad you were able to get out, and I hope that one day, perhaps you can be reunited with your birth father, or that your mother is able to open her eyes. And I don't. Even if by some astronomical chance either of those are to happen, there's no guarantee I will be able to forgive them. I'm happy with what I have now. I'm glad. Well, that's all I wanted to say, and giving you my thanks.
You sure love your formalities. No thanks necessary.
It was bothering me, and now I feel much better. Anyway, as far as I'm concerned, everything's settled between us now. So long, Jacopo. I'm going to live my life the way I choose.
I see. And I'll be praying that it's a life full of happiness, because that's all I can do for you. Farewell, Morgana. Oh, so sweet. Morgana has been good too, yeah. Wait, don't go, Morgana. I know that the right thing to do is just to let you go. And I know that you have people in your life now that will treat you right. That with your memories, I'm nothing but a blight. But despite that, despite every last thing, I don't want you to leave me. I love you from the bottom of my heart. You're such a half-wit. I wonder if you have any wits left in you. Why did it have to be me? Why do you love me so much? So much that it's turned you into this sad, blubbering mess. God, I wish I could tell you. It would be so much better if I could just let you go. But my heart won't even give me the option. Again and again I tried to convince myself to cast these feelings into the fire, but nothing worked. There's nothing I can do. Heavens, you escaped one curse only to end up under another. I want you to know, it's your fault I'm here in this world now. What do you mean? By leading your soul out from that illusory realm where it was meant to fade into nothing, my own soul ended up stuck on the same path. You remember that, don't you? The endless fields of wheat, of that foolish dream world. I remember. But wait, I always thought that was just my own self-serving fantasy. Are you saying that you in that dream was actually you? That it was. And what a dream that was. You saying you win my heart, pleading with me, wrapping your arms around me and sobbing like a child. You don't have a shred of shame in you. So what's your next move, now that you stopped me from leaving? I want to put my arms around you again. Absolutely not! Burn in hell, you disgusting man! If not that, there's some place I want to take you. And where's that? Our homeland. Are they actually going to go? I mean, that would be a very beautiful ending to this, because it's been so important throughout Requiem. And it's been like a dream they have shared, I feel. It would be like a good way for it to end for them, like either like them reconnecting and maybe like getting over the past and trying to start again, or to just have a nice goodbye. Sure. Let's go search for our homeland. Are you sure, Morgana? Don't blame me. I spent so long here that your idiocy is starting to rub off. And when we go, we're bringing on Ria as well. Yes, please do. You have as much responsibility to her as you do to me. I don't expect you to never fight, but no more betrayal from either of you. You're no longer under my curse, so if you mess up this time, you have absolutely no one to blame but yourself. So don't you put me through that. Oh, you don't have to tell me. I'm not going to screw up again, because I know what's really important now. Thank you, Morgana, for showing me the way. For the record though, I still despise you. I can't just put it all in the past like Michelle and Giselle. So you need to do that much better for me now. Enough to blot out the seething hatred you instilled in me then. Enough to convince me not to want to curse you again. And then maybe one day, I'll be able to feel the same way about you as you do me. Aww, that is so sweet, because the heartbreaking thing about this is that she felt the same way for him before he ruined everything. Like, remember how she talked about the slave boy? She cared for him so deeply, like he was so important to her. and then he just ruined it all. So I would be thrilled if they would be able to like get over everything. I know what I just said, that I was fine with it being the way it was. Like, I would have liked that too. But if Morgana is able to like move past it and be happy and find happiness during this path, it would be wonderful as well. Because honestly, I love them both so much. So, yeah. Maria is needed so Jacob doesn't lock poor Morgana in the cellar or something. No, don't say that. Come on, he's better this time around. Have some faith in Jacopo. He's trying to improve. And as I said, I'm not entirely sure if he deserves it, but like, again, it is up to Morgana to decide that, and if she is willing to, and she's recognizing her feelings that she had for him, then that's just, let them try. It might work or it might not. Either way, like, either they will have a happy ending together and get past this and maybe like even fall in love. And if not, then at least they have found their homeland and can end things with a nice memory, you know, like a final goodbye. The goodbye that they never get a chance to have. I don't think that will happen again. Yeah, I don't think so either. Jacopo is not the way he was. And again, modern world doesn't really allow for that kind of thing to happen the same way. I will, absolutely. You have my word, Morgana. Aww. Cute. I have a question for Dudor. How much do we have left? Is it like a 10 minutes playthrough or is it more? Because we are going overtime here and I really do need to like shower and make dinner, but I kind of want to keep going if we are super close to the end. But, which it kind of feels like, but also I don't know how much it is text-wise and like me reading it. So I'm asking, how much is it left? You really don't remember. Dudor, why is your memory like this? Why does your memory suck? But, I mean, considering I did look, we are close to the end, but it might be 10 minutes, might be 30. Okay. Oh, this is such a tough decision. I hate being under time pressure. Next stream 10 minutes. No, no, absolutely not. If that were to be the case, that we are like super duper close to the end, we still have the short stories to go through, so it would be fine still. But yeah, I really like this song also. I mean, it looks very epilogue-y, like very finished, but at the same time, Is it longer than 30? Is there a risk that it will be like an hour if we continue? Do you know that, Dudor? 30 minutes I can work with. It will be stressful, but I can work with it. If it's an hour, then we have a problem. Looked up another, so we've got maybe 15 minutes left. Okay, we continue then, we continue. Then end credit. Okay, we continue. Wonder how much products Nelly uses on her hair. Probably a lot. Alright, but I'm gonna stand up for a little bit because I'm starting to feel a bit... Again, do I sound good?
Hey Mel, does the whipped cream look whipped enough?
I think it needs to be a little thicker if you wanted to stand up on the cake.
Boo! Whipped cream is better soft and fluffy. It looks cheap when it's really thick.
I wouldn't say that. Why did you even ask me if you already made up your mind?
Oh, are you done cutting the strawberries? Hurry up, I want to put them on.
That trip to France seemed to have really lit a fire under you, huh?
Yep, I'm going to become the greatest...
Oh my god, that's a French word.
I'm going to become the greatest pâtissier in all of England. No, all the world.
Well, I'll always be cheering for you. I give her a week's tops. Oh my god. I can hear not being where it should be, but sounds good enough. Okay, good. I will only stand up for a little bit and I will sit down again. But I need to be in a different position here. She could maybe become the pâtissier who uses the most sugar in all the world.
Alright, I got lots of work to do.
It's great that she has something she wants to do, though. Maybe she'll even stick with it, and her dream will come true someday. I guess I'm the one who should start buckling down. I need to come up with a dream of my own. Aw, cute. Okay, yeah, this is definitely the right choice here. We are at the end. I mean, even if you doubt someone's success and what they really want to do, you shouldn't show the doubt, as it can heavily impact them. True, very true. Just be supportive. That's always the right choice. Unless the person is like in risk of hurting themselves, just be supportive.
Hey, Yukimasa, I've been wondering, does watching people die like this in movies do anything for your urges?
Not in the slightest. I mostly watch them by force of habit now. But still, I prefer them to movies. But still, I prefer them to movies where everyone gets happy endings. Oh God.
Then you must not have enjoyed our first date very much. If you let me choose, I'll always go for the sappy stuff.
And you must not be enjoying this one.
No, I am. I used to think sad movies and violent movies weren't really my thing. But as I started giving them a chance, I'm finding they're not that bad. Maybe it's in my blood too. You don't want to watch movies about people getting hurt. You want to hurt me for real, don't you?
Yeah. Even if they feel they will learn something from it, yeah. Very true.
You don't need to hold back. Come at me. I can handle anything.
Stop it. Don't talk like that. I swore to restrain my urges. And if I ever do hurt you, Pauline, then that's the end of the road.
For you and for me.
Pauline, are you really okay with...
Of course I am. This is a path I chose, and I don't regret it for a second. Because it means I get to spend my life with you, wherever it may end.
Their relationship is seriously the wildest... Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god, I'm so gonna cry here. And now your vows. Oh my god, I can't even read. Ah, look at them. Just look at them. Oh, they're both beautiful. Oh. And now my eyes hurts again. Why does my tears always hurt me? What is up with that? And now your vows. I take thee to be my wedded wife, to have and to hold from this day forward, in sickness and in health, to love and to cherish till death do us part, according to God's holy ordinance, and there do I pledge thee my faith. Acid tears, yeah. Or tears of holy water. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. It hurts. Ugh. Oh my god, they're getting married, guys. This is beautiful.
I take thee to be my wedded husband, to have and to hold from this day forward, in sickness and in health, to love and to cherish till death do us part, according to God's holy ordinance, and thereto I pledge thee my faith. You may now exchange your rings. Is she shaking? There's nothing to be nervous about, Giselle. You said your vows without any problems. I'm not nervous. I'm just doing everything I can to not burst into tears.
Too late for me. Ah, it just keep coming and it hurts my eyes.
I don't want to make a mess of the ceremony by sobbing in front of all our guests.
If you want to cry, you're free to cry. Honestly, I doubt anyone here would be too surprised.
Hey now!
The ring's on, and it may symbolize many, many more happy years together, Giselle.
Of course, Michelle. I guess you really are the master of the house now.
Giselle looks amazing and she got the bra right this time too. Yeah. Hang on, guys. I need to do something about this mess. Don't go. I'm sorry. I can't see the screen. I'll be back. Okay, I think it's good. Now I have hair in my eye though. This is going so well. Fuck, that really was the wrong turn. I knew we should have taken a left back there. Seriously? Do you not know how to read a goddamn map? Piss off, I made one little mistake. No, this is the third. The other 2 times I caught you before you couldn't take us off course. Fine, I'm so sorry. If you're gonna bitch about it, I drive and you can navigate. No, you drive like a maniac. You take us straight off a cliff in 10 minutes tops. I'm not that bad a driver.
Well, you sure never stop complaining, and you're just as bad a driver as her. There's no winning here. I'm going to be sick. Aww. This is also super cute and wholesome. Oh my god. That's just wonderful. I love it. Christ, it'll be night by the time we reach the lodge. Where the hell even are we right now? What kind of rental car doesn't have a GPS anyway? This isn't the goddamn Stone Age. Come on, this ain't half bad either. If we don't make it to the lodge, we can figure something else out. Getting lost is half the fun of traveling. No, it's not. Let's just take it nice and easy. I'm sure Morgana would like it if we took a break here and there too. I leave everything to you. Alright, fine. The view here honestly isn't terrible, considering we're not even at our destination. You think? It just looks like a regular old wheat field to me. I'm sure it was nothing special there too. Huh? Where? Nothing. It's not important. You're probably right about that. I never needed to make it to the top of the world. The most important things are in those nothing special places. I just wasn't able to see it. What has gotten into you two? Getting sentimental over nothing. Crap, I think I got some dirt in my eye. Now I'm tearing up here. Something's gotten into me too, man. It's like I've been looking for this kind of quiet place my whole life. I'm glad I got to see this with you both. Oh god, stop with the mushy crap. You're gonna make me sick. What's next? The sky falling and busting up our car? Christ almighty, you're the one who keeps telling me to be more open about my feelings. Hypocritical much? I'm getting there, just give me a second. I'm glad I could be here with you two. And I couldn't be happier to have you in my life. Me too. I'll share this moment for as long as I live. And I think I can even feel kind of grateful that I was born again into this world. Aww. You're in there, aren't you? You, the other side of me, and Michelle, the saint. You can see this, can't you? The home you so long to see again. We're here. It's not just the three of us looking out upon these fields. There's four. Aww. Guys, I'm absolutely loving this. This is just beautiful. What's up, Morgana? Oh, nothing. Anyway, we can't spend all day here. Let's get back on the road. As beautiful as the scenery is, our check-in time isn't getting any further away, and no amount of sentiment is going to change that. What's gotten into you? A few minutes ago, all you could say was, I'll leave it to you, and now you're taking charge? You always gotta sweat the details, don't you? Morgana's excited to get going, so let's get going! When in theory, this is just vacation on the cellar. Dude, stop! Don't ruin this! I hope you figured out how to read a map this time, Maria. Trust me, dude, I got this! I am starting to think this map's a bit outdated, though. It's like, doesn't exactly match up to what I'm seeing, you know? We're never going to get there. Oh, right at the next light! You sure? You absolutely positive? You checked at least 3 times, right? I did! Have a little faith, my dude! And end credits. I'm glad we stayed for this. Wow. I'm almost out of water. I think that this was a beautiful experience, and I am... Don't get mad at me, I replied today. Well, still, it's the words you used. But yeah, I am so happy for this experience and having experienced it together with you guys. I think it made it extra magical for me, actually. Just experiencing it all for the first time. Like, it was magical experiencing this whole journey with you, like from the main game to this together. Because, as I've said multiple times now, this is my favorite story of all time. So being able to share it with you guys has just been magical, and seeing Reincarnation for the first time has been even more so magical. Like, it's been a wonderful experience, and I really loved the game. Like, at first I was a bit worried about like that it would feel like a fan fiction, and I was worried about the animation style because I felt like it didn't really fit. But the more I played, the more I just got used to it, and it grew on me because it kind of symbolized their new life in a way, and that they got a new chance and a chance at a happier future. So yeah. Aw, and we have a new starting screen here. That's wonderful. Absolutely beautiful. But yeah, it's time to change the screen. Even though this is beautiful, but I kind of want to be not tiny anymore when I'm having this talk.
My message was a little sad, yours was evil. Yeah, exactly. Agreed, I think I liked it even more this time than when I did it on my own. Yeah, this is one thing that I have experienced with streaming that I am very positively surprised by. Experiencing games together with you guys is so much fun. Like, it makes them more special. Like, I still enjoy having games in my own time, but I'm looking forward to streaming every time, and it's just wonderful to hang out and talk about the things happening together with you and like doing it together. It's really wonderful that I get to do this every week together with you guys. And as I said, Reincarnation has been absolutely wonderful. Like, as I said, I was so scared that it would feel like a fan fiction because I felt like the end of the House in Fata Morgana was perfect. I really did, and I still kind of stand by that. I don't feel like Reincarnation was necessary because we did get the ending that I kind of wanted from the House in Fata Morgana. But I feel like Reincarnation did this very tastefully. Like, it still was very more light-hearted and hopeful than or maybe not more hopeful, but like definitely more light-hearted and fluffy, I guess you can say, than the other two games. And I felt like it definitely like showed in both art style and also music. Because the music, as I said, I think I mentioned it like last stream, the music was kind of just there this time. It was just kind of this regular slice of life happy music. It didn't really do anything for me, except for like the really sad and emotional scenes. That's where like it really got me, and that's what I loved about this, because we did get to see the characters being like goofy and being happy, like the whole cafe thing and all that. Like, I really liked that. That was kind of what I was expecting from it, like just light fluff, seeing them in a modern era being happy. And I would have been fine with that. I just wasn't expecting anything much, you know. And as I said, the art style had me a bit worried that they would kind of butcher the characters in a bit, because I felt like the game might have lost its soul, which was completely wrong, because it still felt very much like the House in Fata Morgana I know and love. Just a continuation of the story, and I felt like all the stories were handled so well. The writing was so good and handled so tastefully. Like, I was just in awe, because like I said, their lives were so like, they're still the same people and they still had similar experiences, but they had a chance at making it better. And I felt like that was the theme of this whole game. Like, yes, we are the same people. We still have a baggage of troubles and problems, but we are able to and willing to work through them this time. And that's really nice. And I just love this ending. And I didn't know I needed a Giselle and Michelle wedding until now, where I just immediately burst into tears. I needed that. It was wonderful. And I kind of, in a way, needed Morgana and Jacopo to have closure. And I love that. Like, we're not entirely sure where they are at or where their lives are heading, if they will be able to work past everything, or if this is like their beautiful end and now they go their separate ways after having experienced this together. But whatever may lay in store for them, I feel like this was a great ending, because that was something that I not necessarily disliked about the House of Fata Morgana, but like something that made me feel a bit sad that they didn't get a good end. Like, it was just, I release you, I don't want anything to do with you. And in a way that was fine, because once again, I'm not entirely sure if Jacopo deserves redemption. But at the same time, I am so glad that we are able to see that he's trying to get redemption, whether or not he deserves it or not, and that Morgana is seeing that he's not all evil. He is not only the Lord that hurt her, he is still the slave boy somewhere deep inside. And he still hurt her, he still broke her, but there are more layers to the story. And I just think that this was perfect. Like, it didn't give the like ultimate happy endings, like, whoa, we're wrapping everything up in a neat little bow, everything is happy, everything is fluffy, everything is fine. No, that's not it. But we have given the characters the tools to work towards that happy ending. It still feels, because that's one thing that I love about The House of Fata Morgana, is that it's very realistic. It's very human. And I still feel that. Reincarnation definitely is more lighthearted and happy, but it's still realistic. It doesn't just, oh, but now they live happily ever after the end. No, they have the tools to get their own happy endings, whatever that may be for them. And yeah, that's what I really liked about this. It was the epilogue to The House of Fata Morgana I didn't know I needed. And still, I feel like it is not necessary. The game is like, it isn't necessary because, once again, the ending to The House of Fata Morgana is perfect in my eyes. But I'm still very happy that we got this ending, because it feels good in my soul, you know. You also got the ending you wanted in Reincarnation. Yeah, I wanted them to go to, like, on a road trip and see their home now, because I felt like that was a closure that they needed. And yeah, I'm super happy about that. And I still have the new starting screen on my screen, and it's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. I loved it. I like the depth they had, especially Fata Morgana and Jacob remembered everything. It was chef's kiss. Yeah. I love that, and that part still, like, it gave me goosebumps. It was so good, like, and the music, because I have been wondering, because as I said last time, you guys never got to hear that music. You're probably gonna hear it next stream for a bit, because I'm going probably to open in the like main menu thing. But like, that song that played during that scene is the same song that plays every time I open a game before I choose the specific game I want to play. And I always thought it was just like its own thing. And I just love that they used it in Reincarnation, and it was so powerful, like how they remembered and how everything was like, oh shit, oh no. And then just Jacopo coming to her to save her from her stepdad, but at the same time he knows that he has no place in her life, and it was so beautiful. It's so complicated and human and beautiful, and I love it. It's not a fairy tale with just a happy ending. It's just human and beautiful, and I love it. Well, to be fair, Jacob never wanted to be evil. He just kind of ended up that way. Yeah, that's true. That's true. But like, wanting something, and like, his intentions were never bad, but he still did bad, and he still did evil things. So that's why I'm like a bit conflicted about his redemption, but at the same time I'm loving him, and I know we have gotten to know him from like the start. We got to know him in the third door and realized that, okay, he's not all a bad dude, and we got to know him even more deeply in Reincarnation and see that, yeah, he's actually kind of a really good guy. He just screwed up really badly. And as I said, it's complicated. Like, I'm super happy that he kind of sort of gets a redemption, because I love him, but at the same time, yeah, it's complicated whether or not he deserves it or not. But again, it is up to Morgana to decide what she wants to do with all of this, and if she wants to forgive him and give him a new chance in her life, that's perfect. If she doesn't, that's perfect. But I'm glad that they at least got to go to their homeland and like see the wheat fields for real this time, because either way, even if it could either be like the start for them, or it could be a nice ending. but either way, it's lovely, and I feel like it's something that they both needed. So yeah. Kind of like Mel and being a coward traitor. Yeah, very true. Very true. But Jacopo did a lot worse than Mel, if you ask me. But yeah. Jacopo got lost in pain, anger and responsibility. Yep, yeah. He lost his way completely after the servant was assaulted and died. Yeah, and he didn't have Morgana there with him either, which also was something that made him just lose everything, because he didn't have the one thing that he cared for. I was gonna say Morgana is the only person who can really judge Jacopo, just like Giselle and Michelle can judge Morgana for the curse. Yeah, exactly. And she seems to be in a much better place now, so whatever she decides, it's her choice, and yeah, it's just beautiful to see. And I am quite glad that it was a nice way to start with like the light fluff with like the cafe thing, seeing Michelle and Giselle again, and just having a nice little fluffy story, and then just go into the characters and like, hey, what have they been up to? And just going into the real meat of we still have problems, but we're gonna try to work through them thing, and then to end it with everyone together again and the fluff and the happiness. I just think it was absolutely beautiful. And also one thing I really liked was that Maria was like the glue that tied everything together. We always got back to Maria once there was a like perspective change, and I really liked that as well, because she is one of my favorites. I mean, I think she's one of your favorites as well. She's been very loved during this playthrough, and yeah, she's one of the people, like, I mean, none of the girls really deserved to be cursed, but I feel like Maria definitely deserved better since she was close to Morgana as well. So yeah. But yeah, I think I've been ranting enough. I need to really go and take a shower and eat some dinner, my god. Maria was the social butterfly. Yeah. So yeah, thank you everyone for being on this journey with me. Next Monday, we're not quite done with the house in Fata Morgana yet. We have the short stories and we're going to do those. So next Monday we're starting with those. But this week it is Crisis Core on Thursday, 16:15 GMT plus 2 as always. And also I mentioned it in like the beginning of the stream, so I'm mentioning it now again for if there's anyone new that wasn't here then. Go and vote on the poll on the community tab for which Final Fantasy we are playing after Crisis Core. Right now it seems to be Final Fantasy 8, but the poll will be up until we are done with Crisis Core. So yeah, go and vote if you're interested in taking a pick there. Yeah, and also I'm having a writing stream on Sunday, but I will talk more about that on Thursday as well. But yeah, that's the plan for the week. When you go fix your text and press enter. Yeah. My god, I feel like I'm forgetting something. No, I think I mentioned everything. So yeah. Take care everyone, thank you for being on this wonderful journey with me. We're not quite done yet, but I still want to thank you because we are done with the 3 like main games. Now it's just some extra little fluff on the end. So yeah, thank you, it's been absolutely wonderful. I hope you guys have enjoyed it as much as I have. Have a lovely evening and I will see you guys next time. Bye everyone.